is time. It is time to brew your best beer.
The 2019 SJ Porr Challenge Gold sponsors. A special thanks to double gold sponsor Bouncer, keeping the dregs out with an inline filter for homebrewers. BrewTubers Online Brewers Club, forums, recipes, and news updates, and more. Yakima Valley Hops, fresh from the source to your kettle. Omega Yeast Labs, fresh, healthy, unique yeast. Jaded Brewing, home of the fastest immersion wort chiller, the Hydra. Kempfo's 2001 CTSP Pink, the world's favorite chlorinated homebrew cleaner with a unique pink color indicator. And our silver sponsor, the Brew Bag, simply the easiest way to brew great beers at home.
It's SJ Porr Challenge time. This is the 2019 SJ Porr Challenge, and this is my first beer review. I'm going to be doing a quick initial kind of impression, appearance, aroma, taste, pretty much all that stuff. And then I am going to piece all of them together like a lot of guys are doing. So without further ado, let's get into the first one. 25M RD2 G42. This is a golden Belgian strong ale, and it's 9%. All right, let's get it cracked. It's got a nice little hiss going on it. I'm gonna try to use the same glass for all the beers, so we'll go ahead and get her poured up and go through the sensory evaluation. I'll go about there. So this is a nucleated glass, so I've got that kind of working for it. If you can see that, but we've got a serious flurry of a snowstorm happening. So carbonation is lively. The stronger the carbonation, the more nucleation points do their work. So nice vigorous carb on that. The head is definitely sticking around. It's reforming as it starts to break down, but it's a nice looking head. Not super clear, but pretty clear. You can see through it. I don't know if I could read through it. Nope, not quite read through clear. So that's my new gauge. All right, so let's get an aroma. Definitely Belgian, a lot of Belgian ester. Smells like a blonde ale. Belgian blonde, I should say. Or what do they say? Golden Belgian strong ale. So, but it has that Belgian blonde character to it. Very nice aroma. Super clean for a Belgian. Getting some of that banana, the clove, the hints of spiciness, like the clove and kind of a peppery aroma. Quite nice. Some maybe some like apricot aromas coming off of it too. So let's get a drink on that. Cheers. Yeah. So flavor wise, more of kind of what's in the aroma: banana, clove, a little bit of pepperiness, a little bit of spiciness. It finishes pretty dry. It's got a nice finish on it. Some of those esters kind of linger, stick around a little bit, so that's good. I am getting I know that phenolics are kind of part of it, but I'm getting a bit of a strong phenolic on the second and third sip. Mouthfeel is kind of tingly, a little on the, I'll say a little on the thin side, but more thin to medium. Lively. So the tingly is from that carbonation, that high carb level, which is appropriate for the style. That head is not going anywhere. It is sticking around. I think a lot of that has to do with the nucleation. But look at that. That's just raging. That's cool. Nice job. If this is any indication of what the rest of the beers are going to be like in this round of the competition, I'm happy. I'm just happy to be part of it. I had to skip out on the last challenge, so good to be back in the saddle. All right, so I'm going to tally up my scores. I'm going to let you guys get on to the next one, and best of luck. As promised, I'd be back. Tonight's selection for the SJ Porr Challenge 2019 Ultra Super SmackDown World Championship, okay, US Championship, is 36N RD2 H24. The style is NEIPA, 5.3%. And that's all I know. That's all we get to know. Minimal descriptions, ingredients, etc. aren't shared, so it's kind of interesting. No idea the hops, grist, any of that. Yeast. Let's get a pour. So it is not super hazy, but it is somewhat hazy. Imagine if I shook all that stuff up in there, swirled it around and poured it, it might be. Okay, so got some pretty solid carbonation. It's just this glass does that. It's cool. Anyway, it's got a nice little cap on it. It is fairly opaque. Can kind of see through the bottom of the glass a little bit, so it is not milky New England style IPA. So appearance wise, looks pretty inviting. Nice light color. Nice that I have that bright yellow poster to kind of give you a frame of reference, huh? Yeah. Golden straw. Not much in there for color. Let's get an aroma. Juicy. Does have the New England-ish aroma. It smells quite nice. Big notes of citrus and orange. Some tangerine. Great smelling beer. Very clean. Let's get a drink. Cheers. It's got a pretty firm bitterness for a New England IPA. Hits you kind of right up front, but the juicy aroma that you get kind of comes through on the taste as well. And there's a big resinous kind of almost piney thing going on. Dries out pretty nice, actually. Doesn't leave you a big chewy, cloying aftertaste, mouthfeel, and leading into mouthfeel. It's got kind of got a pillowy thing going on. It's nice and fluffy, light. So cool, pretty good beer. I like that the bitterness kind of hits you in the front, and then it just goes right into Juice Town. It's pretty good, pretty good. Cool. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I'm gonna take my notes down on paper, and best of luck to you in the challenge. This is the 71S RD2 B82. This is a 7.1% New England IPA. Category is 21, with the subcategory 21B, specialty. Okay, little bit of a hiss. Not a huge hiss, but still. I'm not gonna bore you with too much blah 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 because I don't really know anything about this. I'm just gonna tell you what I think about this beer, what it looks like in the glass, and you know, taste, all that good stuff. Well, got a big old hop floaty in there, so it's still being dry hopped, right? This has got a little bit of color to it. I would say it's not oxidation level, but it's definitely got some orange hues to it. Much cloudier than the previous New England IPA. There you go. Well, it's kind of pretty. Not a whole lot of head. That head just did not stick around, did not really form. A little bit higher alcohol, so maybe that's what it is. Aroma, all right. Get a little bit of alcohol blast. Just some of the ethanol is kicking off of there. This one does not have a ton of raging bubbles. There are some slowly rising bubbles from the bottom. It smells pretty juicy. I'm getting like peach, nectarine, maybe a touch of pineapple, and like maraschino cherry, just a slight touch of maraschino cherry in there too. Smells pretty tasty. There's no slouches in this competition. Cheers, let's get a taste. That soft carbonation is there in the mouthfeel. I'm getting the alcohol in the taste too. I'm also getting quite a bit of bitterness, which is okay, it being 7%. And to be honest, I like a little bitterness in my New England IPAs. I like it to kind of almost, I like it to either hit you in the front and then smooth out into a nice, smooth, tropical juice bomb, or kind of be juicy up in the front and then give you this kind of bitter back end. So some people talk about hop burn. I actually kind of like that hop burn. Lets me know that it's super fresh. And I don't know, I think it plays nicely with the rest of the action going on, the rest of the palate. Well, to me there's like a middle bitterness that's just something that I think maybe just a few less hops early in the kettle and put it more, put all those hops in the back end. And maybe that's where they are. I have no idea. No idea. So I don't want to give you any guidance if I don't know what the hell you did. So anyway, I'm getting a little bit of a banana and honey kind of character in the aftertaste. It really kind of tastes like banana bread. Interesting. All right. Well, that's all you're going to get from me. I'm going to put my notes down, score this bad boy up, and I'll see you on the next one, which will be like right. This one is a mango milkshake IPA. And it's 6.3%, and the participant ID is 69R RD2A73. So let's get it in a glass. A bit more of a hiss on that one. Oh, big old mango right out the bottle. All right, here's the pour. Same glass. All right, we got a little livelier carbonation on this one, it looks like. Oh, and I see some chunks coming through. The clam is going in. But you know what? I'll go ahead and stop there, but I ain't scared of no clam. It's not really a clam. It's some kind of mango action. It looks like it's probably mango puree, like super puree. This one's got a little bit of a dark tint to it, maybe a little bit more than the last one. It's not. It's almost bordering oxidation color for these. You know, these New England IPAs. They're just so sensitive to that. But it did pour a nice little head. Doesn't look like it's going anywhere, which is nice. And yeah, there are some bubbles rising up in there. The aroma. Quite nice. Very, very mango. Mango, and there's like a little bit of a floral thing going on. So that's nice. No off flavors. It does have a very sweet smell to it. Pretty nice though, pretty inviting. So, okay, so she ain't much to look at. You see that, but the aroma is awesome. And I'm gonna get a taste. So cheers to you, Mr. 69R RD2 A73, or Mrs. Best of luck to you, cheers. The first thing I'm hit with is a very kind of dry bitterness, almost like lemon rind, but right in the middle of that is this huge smash in the face of vanilla and a creamy, milky, you know, that lactose that that blast you get from lactose when there's a hefty portion of lactose in a beer. You get it in a really nice milk stout. Vanilla is not coming through so much on the aroma, but I absolutely get it in the flavor. But I gotta say, there's something in that initial taste. It's almost too much. Like, I think maybe I swirled that bottle a little too much, or poured it a little bit aggressive. Maybe I should have kept all of that stuff that's floating in there. Maybe I should have just let that thing settle down in the bottom. It's all staying pretty well suspended though, so maybe that wasn't the case. You know, I didn't look at the bottle and inspect it. There's definitely some chunks in there. Who knows? This could have been the last bottle off the keg. It could have been the first bottle. But the fruit is packing a lot of tartness, I think is the right word I'm looking for. It's not bitter. It's like it's added a tartness to it. Not sour. Well, I'm gonna cut it there. The flavors are pretty damn good, actually. It's super fun. It does remind me of a milkshake with all the vanilla. It's like got a scoop of vanilla ice cream in it. But I'm running a little long on this one, so I'm gonna cut it off. I am going to give this a fair shake with the score sheet. Spend some time with it, maybe let it warm up a little bit. But you know, that head's sticking around nicely. I don't know if it's showing up there, but yeah. Some nice lacing. Perfect ABV on it. I will say it's quite drinkable right where it is as far as the alcohol goes. I think much more and it would have pushed it a little bit past. So kudos. Thanks for getting in the challenge. Again, best of luck to you. 69R RD2 A73. Cheers. We're back. 2019 SJ Porr Challenge. Next entry is 58Q RD2 K91, 6.5% IPL. Let's get into it. It's pouring a very nice light color. Very yellow. Look at that. A little bit of haze, but it's got real nice streaming carbonation coming up. Didn't pour a big head. I didn't pour it too aggressively, but definitely some nice carbonation in there. If I can swirl it without spilling it. There you go. So, decent appearance. Not real clear. A lot of IPLs are not. Let's get an aroma. Ah, very nice. Very nice aroma. Great hop character coming off of that. The dry hop is spot on. Very tropical, citrusy. Sorry for the dog jangling in the background. She wanted to be in the challenge with me, I guess. Very nice. What else can I say? It's got a nice Citra thing going on. I don't know if it's Citra Galaxy. It's familiar hop aroma, but very nicely done. Maybe some mosaic in there or something I'm picking up. Well, lovely aroma, very inviting. Cheers. Great carbonation. Very nicely balanced. It definitely has the IPL thing going. There's some hop. There's a nice, big, bright, fresh hop character to it. There is a pretty strong, it's balanced, but there's a strong bitterness. It's definitely an IPL. You're getting that India character, right? Definitely not one-dimensional. There's a lot of like hop layers in there. The flavor profile changes as you drink it. Finishes nice and dry and crisp, and there is a persistent hop aftertaste. So that's where I'm getting the fact that it's tasting really fresh. Hi, Penny. Oh, you want to get on camera, don't you? Yep. See, told you she wanted to be on the challenge. Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay. She's mad because I'm talking to you and not to her. So, nicely done. I'm going to jump off. I'm going to put some points down on this paper and catch you guys on the next one, which should be coming up right about. Tonight we're going with the 9.3 URD2 D37 9.5 heavyweight triple. That's a big one. Not the biggest. There's one in there. It's even got more heft to it. All right, so triple. Ooh, that baby's filled way up there. I was expecting a little more hiss, but let's get it in the glass. All right, so what do you know about triples? Highly carbonated, very clear, simple malt bill, usually Belgian Pilsner and some, Saaz hops, maybe a little white wheat. I think they put white wheat. A lot of the Belgian styles have white wheat malt. So this one, yeah. So that hiss kind of reflected that. It does have carbonation, you can see it, but the bubbles are pretty slow. Triples traditionally will pour a real big head, so it's kind of missing in that department. So we might have a cap issue or something where it kind of leaked, or it's a process. But anyway, it is quite clear, as traditional triples are, in my experience. Most of them. Some will have a little haze. But yeah, looks pretty good. Real nice light color. Got some nice fine bubbles coming up. Like to see a little more, but let's get an aroma. So it's got that Belgian yeast character going. Kind of a little bit of a Trappist thing. Not getting big booze aroma. Not a lot of ethanol kicking off of this thing. So that's good. I'm getting some real nice bready notes. The yeast is playing nice with those bready notes. So that's cool. Smells pretty good. Smells real nice. Definitely got some of those phenolics, but they're not really strong. Not like the blonde that I had initially in this run. All right, that's about it. Let's get a drink on it. Cheers. Good luck. All right. Definitely missing the effervescence, missing the carbonation. Flavor's pretty good though. It's definitely kind of mimics the aroma. You got that breadiness, that the graininess. The yeast is actually fairly subdued. The hops balance really well. I'm getting that traditional, probably Saaz or some noble hop in there. So it's a nice balance for this high of alcohol. That's real nice, because a lot of times it's a tough one to balance out. Even if you think you're gonna hit the right bittering amount, you'll be off a little bit, or maybe you'll get better efficiency and have a higher gravity. But yeah, it's very well balanced. It kind of, the yeast is not so strong in the Belgian regime, so to me it tastes like a really strong American lager, which is kind of weird, but there is some of those notes coming through. Get a little bit of that spice, not real strong, but that those light phenolic notes. Yeah. She's a drinker. 9.5, man. You can get in trouble with this one. Needs a little more bubble, but I'm gonna score it, and let's get on to the next one. Participant ID 47PRD2J67, and that's a double IPA at 9%. Hoo-wee! Let's get into this bad boy. All right, so down to the last two. Nice little pop there. Get it into the correct glassware. All right, pouring very nice. Nice light sunset orange color. Poured a little bit of a head there. And a nice little cap. Not seeing a lot of raging bubbles, but definitely have a, we'll call it a permanent hop haze to it. Quite a good looking beer. Head's died off a little bit, but we got a little bit of, carbonation evidence there at the top. Looks like it's going to have some nice lacing. And a little too early to tell if it's got the alcohol legs going for it, but appearance-wise, it's quite a good-looking beer. I'd say there's probably some darker Munich or some crystal in there, something to darken it up just a little bit. Aroma. Pretty typical double IPA aroma. Kind of reminds me of the Maharaja. To be honest, I don't know what hops are in that, but there's a it's not really tropical, but there's definitely like a fruit forward kind of a orange, you know, I hate saying citrus, but it's a citrus aroma. It's followed by some dankness, piney dank. Smells pretty good. All right, let's get a drink and see what this is all about. 9% double IPA, 47P RD2, J67. Cheers. Well, it tastes a lot like it smells. Tastes a lot like the double IPA I recently made. Almost like it has like the Nuggets hops will give you that kind of earthy thing. That's, I don't know, I find it really hard to describe that. All right, so the alcohol is pretty well hidden in this. Flavor wise, it's definitely hop forward, but there is a present malt backbone backing it up, and it's got it does have a little bit of a crystal character to it. That's pretty clean though. It's quite clean. Nice nice even neutral yeast. I'm not getting any kind of yeast ester off of that at all. And it doesn't taste yeasty. I'm guessing it's Chico, or I don't know what else it would be. Probably Chico. Finish is nice, but it's got that IPA aftertaste, so it lets you know you just took a big drink of a big hoppy beer. So that's nice. Finish is nice and clean. Dry but not too dry. It's pretty well balanced. Carbonation is nice. You know, it's deceptive in beers. Sometimes you don't see the bubbles streaming up, but it drinks like it's got substantial carbonation. So it's kind of one of those. So anyway, nicely brewed. I'm gonna get the scoring down in the sheets, and I'll leave you at that. Cheers. See you for the last one. I saved the big boy for last. All right, this is it. The final beer in the 2019 SJ Porr Challenge. Tonight's selection is 14K RD2 F22. It's an 11% Russian Imperial Stout, but it's got an American flag cap. Collusion? Maybe. I don't know. But this is it. It's kind of bittersweet. The final beer. Maybe not. Well, final for round 2 for me. All right, let's get it cracked. All right. There was a hiss, so there is some carbonation, at least first impression. All right, here it goes. It's pouring very dark. Looks like it's got some viscosity to it. All right. A little bit of a sediment in the bottom, but looks like it was probably keg conditioned, I'm guessing. That sucker is dark. Look at that. Poured a nice little head. Khaki. Looks like it's dissipating there pretty quick. I'm already seeing some legs on that bad boy. Holy cow. I don't know if you can see them there, but nice little bit of lacing at least initially, so that's a good sign. Cannot see through it at all. It's barely got a little bit of color right at the rim, and it's quite dark. So there's an appearance. Let's get an aroma. Smells like a Russian Imperial Stout. Not a bunch of alcohol coming off of it, so that's good. Lots of roast character, lots of dark malts, some dark fruits coming through. When I get real deep in there with this old sniffer, I am picking up some of the ethanol. Yeah, so definitely going to be a strong one, I think. Very, very nice aroma. Very inviting. It's going to get cold tonight, so it's a fitting beer for the final and for the evening. All right. What else? That's about it for the aroma. Dark malts, dark fruits. Not real strong on the fruits, not like a quad or anything like that. Maybe some really, really dark chocolate notes coming through. No hops. So, without further ado, cheers. Very, very well crafted. Balance is real nice. There is some sweetness kind of towards the middle and the back end, but then that fades away and it leaves a nice roast, kind of a roasted, almost a coating, mouth coating kind of flavor. It's not real thick like some Russian Imperials will be. I'd say medium plus mouthfeel. It's almost, I almost want to say it's full bodied, but it does have a little bit better drinkability than some of the big, thick, cloying Russian Imperial stouts that I've had. I really love the roast on this beer. It's on point for what I go for, what I enjoy drinking in a stout. There's no extra stuff, there's no almonds or raspberries or anything crazy. So 11% is kind of right about where Dragon's Milk is, and this drinks a lot easier than Dragon's Milk as far as the gravity goes, and just like the mouthfeel and the overall experience. So it's quite nice. Carbonation is present, but it's not overbearing, and I like stouts to have a little bit of a softer carbonation, so that's good. It is a little warming, so you know that there's some alcohol in there. But that is a finely crafted beverage. Very nice. Not one I'll be pounding, that's for sure. I'm excited to let this guy warm up a little bit because I'm starting to pick up some chocolate notes in there, and man, I love that roast in that. I want to say there's like black patent in there that's making it nice and even. Very easy to drink for 11%. So that one could get you into some serious trouble. Nicely done. Okay, so that's all you're going to get from me. I'm going to wrap this up, wrap up the scores, get them all submitted. It is the night before the scores are due in. So what is it, the 8th of November already? Man. So what a beer to end it on. All the beers in this round have been great. I really missed out on round 1. I would have loved to try some of those. Sounded like there was some good ones in there. I know I did get to try the winners from round 1, so that's cool. But I also like not having to worry about getting my beer in on time because I'm a busy dude and I got stuff to do. But I am brewing again in case I make it on. And if I make it on, that's going to be awesome. I look forward to trying the next round of beers. And if I don't, best of luck to everybody. Regardless, best of luck to everyone in this whole thing. Cheers, y'all. Homebrew up.